Tonight's episode is sponsored by We Create Branding. We Create Branding is a printing company located in Freeport. They specialize in apparel, houseware, and promotional items. They also supply wholesale and retail printing. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram, We Create Branding, or call or WhatsApp at 284-6398.
As a 20-year-old, you thinking, wait, boy, if I win an extra hour, then go notice that. The company go notice that.
But, as you said that.
I'm thinking, remember, because it's been 20s, I'm thinking, boy, I young.
Yeah.
So next hour to me, I go bounce back.
You don't have kids to see about, you don't know.
Exactly. So why not just do an extra
That's why I
hour?
said work life and my life is two different life.
Yeah.
You understand? That's why I say do work within your hours, within your working hours. Anything over that is on your discretion.
Okay.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Like Minds podcast. Today we are talking about the dark truth of your 20s. Yeah, our panelists today and our moderator today is Mr. Kibe Umisi. Kibe, start it off first.
Oh, yes. So, another great episode, guys. So, the first thing I want to know is, right, what is the first harsh lesson you learned in your 20s? Early, late? I can talk about the harshest one. The first one comes to mind.
You can't save them.
Explain.
Please clarify them, sir.
Why? In the words of J. Cole, go save them. They don't want to be saved. No, but on a real you don't know everything. And by the way, I still in my 20s, so I still don't know everything. Right? Don't let the hairline fool you and thing. Still don't know everything. But yeah, that's the first harsh lesson.
Alright.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah. I think I could relate to Jaxie. I don't know why when I was 16, 17, 18 around that age, I thought that I would have had my life together in my 20s. Still working on it. Yeah, I really didn't know why I thought I would be established in my career, have a house, maybe on my first child. No, I don't know why.
To be honest, one I learned very young is that everybody's figuring it out. Nobody has it all together. Though like social media fool you in a sense that it's supposed to be 25, have a child, have a house, just like what they said. Like everybody trying to figure out what is their purpose, what they're trying to do with their life, their career. Like people don't even figure that out until like maybe in their early 30s.
Yeah.
So
I feel like in your 20s you should be like starting your blueprints. Like that's when you should establish the blueprints. Yeah. Because for you to have it figured out is because you're probably your parents, you had a good inheritance, you had a good place to start with, because at the end of it you need money.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some good points. I feel like they should also, we always say this, that means it might transition into your 30s now. So like to be helpful, it might not, like to be good to have a mentor, you know?
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah. But in regards to the people who like they're still figuring it out and whatnot, do you think like in your 20s having someone to guide you is really that important? Because remember, sometimes you look for the person older, the elders for the answers, and they don't have it. So where do you turn to?
Alright, going back to what both of them mentioned about plan, blueprints and whatnot. To me, it will be real difficult to say you have to know what you want in your 20s, because if that was the case, it wouldn't have people, for example, who in school changing majors and these kind of things. Because reality is sometimes you think you want to do this, but then not. But it's sad to say you have to do some kind of level of research or observation and say, alright, this is what I want to be, and now this is the work or this is the path that I need to go on to get to this goal. Now that, again, easier said than done, and the research had to be thorough, because to be honest, my birthday was last week or sometime, I turned 20 something, right?
Upper 20s.
Still in my late 20s, right? And it was only just a year ago I actually figured out what I want to do.
Right.
You understand? And I went to school, like CXC, degree, masters, and even finishing that, still had no clue what I want to do. So sometimes it's fortunate to still happen while I was in my 20s, but sometimes that's the first major hurdle you have to cross, because if you don't know what you want to do, you'll be just all over the place, chaos now, but so it's all, to me, it all starts with you have to know what you want, and then now you have to know what you need to do or what kind of work you need to put in to get to where you want to be.
Okay, that's good, but to Talia, to piggyback off of what he's saying, right? Do you think mommy and daddy have a responsibility in that, or that's just your responsibility? Because like how you saying there, that he figured it out and whatnot, right? Let me say most people, if not most people, still chasing mommy and daddy dreams. So he figured out what he wanted to do, so let me say that's his dream. But in figuring it out, do you think mommy and daddy should have like a big part in helping you figure it out, or you gotta figure it out on your own?
To some extent, yes. But if it becomes to the point where they are living vicariously through me, because they want to achieve what they didn't achieve through me, I think that's where the issue would be. So in the beginning, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. It was back and forth between being a lawyer or being an HR manager. I know that's two completely different things, but those were the two paths I was looking at. And when I really sat down and considered it, it's more so because my parents kind of wanted me to do law. It's not genuinely something I think I had a passion for. So to some extent, your parents can influence you. If you go seeking their knowledge, that's something you have to be ready for, that they can inevitably influence your decisions if you allow them to. But they can use their experience to help guide you, because experience is a very good teacher. You know, so to some extent I would say yes. I know I say all of that just to say yes, but
but also like flow on off of that, right, Sid? So she said that, like she still figured it out on her as, hey, this is what I want to do. My parents really trying to go through me,
right?
But okay, so let me put it to you like this: if your parents see something that you should do, and let me say you're good at it, but you don't like it, you really like something else, should you follow that road? Now this is your 20s, right? They still some measure dictating your pace and financially and thing. Should you still follow through? Because let me say you're good at it but you don't like it, but what you really like to do, they're not approving us. So which road do you take?
Okay, so I'll use my experience right now. My parents really wanted me to do different things, but I already had my plan for my life, in a sense. Since I was young, I did not really wanted anybody to tell me what to do in life, in a sense. So from young, I liked accounting, so that is what I wanted to focus on. So for me, 20s is like your primer. You have to try to figure out what you really want, what you're really passionate about, what you actually like now. Like some people, like we go university, some people go change majors 3, 4, 5 times. Some people go university because their parents tell them to go university. Some people go university and choose a major and realize, I don't like bio, I really like business, so they want to change it. So my thing with that, in a sense, is you have to know yourself to a degree that what do you like, and you have to choose it and follow it.
Let's stick with it.
It. So you like comsa and you end up doing
not really. I like money.
But let's say web design, but comsa is like a base for it.
Right.
I like money as well, and accounting is that, but you have to have a base. You have to stick with something. I feel like our generation, we don't really stick with what we like. If our friends say, hey, we're doing this now, we're just going to do this. So
because our generation is about getting things quick. You want to have quick success, you want to get quick money.
Okay. Then to the panel, would you say that in your 20s, there are a lot of people you have to disappoint because they don't do what they want to do, but then like at the same point in time, you still have to like fit in. That's like a big part of your 20s, you have to be part of the norm.
fit in with who? Like your friends, your peers, and these kind of things you talk about?
Everybody, because like, okay, so I'll use it for example, right? They say that for different social settings, they have different masks, right?
Right.
So when you check the example, it's just IT people, you'll talk IT. When you check friends, if they talk in slackness, you'll be talking slackness.
Yeah.
But in the overall grand scheme of your 20s, would you say you have to disappoint a lot of people because you're not doing what they want to do, as in parents, friends, and whatnot, or you should try and live up to that expectation that they put on you?
I think, alright, this is my experience. I think you should disappoint. I think I disappointed real people in this life now, but
And then how bad thing? You see that as
no, I don't see that as a bad thing. Because alright, for example, well, my mother does watch this, so she might ghost. But she and my father wanted me to be a doctor. I never wanted a scalpel toy in my life. You understand? Now, funny enough, this how certain things I believe is be ordained and thing by God now. When I was 4-5 years and things, Windows 95, Windows 98, them computers and things, I used to dismantle and reassemble and these kind of things now. But I just doing it for fun now, just to see, And for CXE, I did not do IT for CXE. You understand? I don't know overachiever. You ask me how much subjects I get. I get enough to go university. Right? So I went there with legit no plan now, but I saved on because them just wanted me to go to school now. I wanted to play cricket. That next story. But anyway, so I go on. One in USC there, show the admin and say, hey, this is my subject, so I could do. Show me science and tech. So on that science and tech had bio. Like hell no, because I not going through that doctor thing. Nursing, men doing nursing to me, fruits. You understand? I mean not all, It could be a male nurse, no fight madam, but yeah. And then the last option there was just comp sci, so I say, well, I have to do that. And that's how I end up starting that now. And I didn't like it. But something to remember, you're going to be here for at least 4 years. Yeah. So I read the basic programming book, I think it's Intro to Programming, however it's called. And again, as I mentioned before, I just like to make money now, right? So I know how to learn everything about IT like some of them nerd fellas was doing. I want to see what is paying the most for the least work. So it had the programmer, it had the technician, it had the engineer. When I read all three, I said, I had to be an engineer, computer engineer. And I ain't saying I'm proud to say this. I hope USA take back my degree. But I finished that degree with barely knowing how to code hello world now, right? Yeah, man. You understand? And the thing about it is though, I was still able to use stuff from there in the different work environments I went. So it's not like if the degree was useless, it's just the part where everybody was focusing on, which is the programming part, which you do get paid well for. But at the end of the day, nobody just really remember. I mean, real IT men might fight me down, but nobody just remember the programmer. Because let's be real, look at Bill Gates, right? You think Bill Gates coded Windows 11 that we seen there today? But he's the face of that, right? But he's the engineer behind it. Zuckerberg, Facebook advanced way from that 2004 version he had it. You understand? So he just started with the idea and he hire the bright boys to do it for you. You understand? And you rake the billions, and that's why I'm doing right now. No, not a billionaire, I'm driving a small car.
I've never had actually heard somebody spin disappointing others in a positive light like that. So what I wanted to know, right, is that do you agree with him that you should disappoint people along your journey?
I don't want to say yes, but I don't want to say no. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if I focus in on me, this might sound horrible, I genuinely do care who I disappoint. It might sound horrible, but if I'm on a right path and I know I'm not doing anything illegal or against my faith, I genuinely don't care who I disappoint, because at the end of the day, I have to live with me. I have to live with the choices I make. Ultimately, I would be the person feeling the brunt of my feeling the brunt of the consequences of my choices and actions. So if somebody close to me says that they're disappointed with the choices I made, I'll say, okay, that's fine, but X, Y, and Z, I know why I went down this path.
Yeah.
I know why I chose this, and I could see the light at the end of the tunnel. Now that person might be, they might not be able to see that. So I feel like, I guess if you're somebody who is a people pleaser, then that would bother you. But
as I say that, right? So define right for the audience. So remember, like those people in their 20s, right? They really don't know what's right. What's right? Right? It's like a gut feeling. It's a planned feeling.
Yeah, I feel like it's a gut feeling.
It's like a gut feeling.
For me.
I think it's a planned feeling.
It could be planned too,
Yeah.
but it would be probably initiated from a gut feeling.
Okay.
I guess.
Because
Because I like to be planned. I love to be organized. But that gut feeling might prompt you to be like, okay, maybe you should take a risk to do this, and then you go about planning and heading down that path.
Okay, but still, so they just said like it might be more planning. You know, they love to plan and whatnot. So I'm like, one saying I know is always stand out to you, especially when you're in your late 20s, is that things don't always go according to plan. So how you deal with that? Like, if you're in your 20s right now, and how you deal with things not going according to plan.
Well, I could.
And before you answer this, remember, if you had a plan and you're going to be talking about you're going to disappoint others along the way, but then I'll be just, I tell you,
Yeah,
you didn't come according to the plan, this shit how much I said to you.
So, you know this because of my friends. So when I graduated, right? So I was wondering what is the next step? What am I supposed to do, in a sense? And my parents wanted me to come back home, work home, try to see what I wanted to do, but to me it wasn't making any sense because I wanted to do something with my degree now. Like people take their degree and then they end up doing something else, and I didn't want that for me now.
Right.
So I had to take the risk, disappoint my parents, and go and try to do accounting like professionally.
Yeah.
Or stay home and please my parents. Certain people would have stayed home and please their parents, but I took that risk and I wouldn't say I disappointed them, but they didn't understand at that point. Now they understand why I did it. So I think you have to disappoint if you want to see yourself the place that you want to see yourself. Everything doesn't go as planned. When I came back to Trinidad, I did not go straight into accounting. I had to build myself up from scratch. So I had to work at a more job. So you have to take risks for what you want in life. So if you know you want to do a business or whatnot, and people might not approve, you have to take that risk. You have to believe in yourself first. Because at the end of the day, it's you're gonna live with it. Your parents going to die. Your wife or whoever might die, but at the end of the day, you have to make your decision. So.
Definitely.
Yeah, I was just gonna point out over there that if you, at the end of the day, you need to do what's in, as you say, in the best interest of you.
Yeah.
Because that's like very important.
Might sound selfish.
Yeah, it sounds selfish, it sounds off, but how to say by if there's one thing we learned from, especially from this session, just like talking about, why am I taking advice from somebody who in the spot that you are in, that you really want to be, that's like a crucial part of it. So for example, you and your friends broke and they out there dishing out advice. Not to say all of it wrong, but at some point in time you really need to
I don't listen.
you always say, but as we are saying that, and everybody seem very much headstrong on the roads they want to go, which one you say is more important, mental or physical strength in that journey?
Mental.
Yeah,
when your mind is so much more powerful.
Oh, but you're real grinding, you need a physical.
Well, yeah.
So your body wouldn't break down?
Yeah. People don't feel your 20s invincible, but your body could break down.
It could, yeah.
Nah, that is true, because I went some same thing I was telling Oliver with I had to say a certain media outlet. I know to nobody no free ad. But a certain media outlet this week. So I went there, right? It had couple guys there. Well, only guys because of the nature of the scene we were shooting. And as you say, body breaking down, right? These guys, some of them actually most of them were younger than me in age now, but were looking older than me. And one of them in particular, who was in his mid-30s, I thought he was knocking 50. Like big man thing.
You look a little tired.
Boy, real tired, boy.
He nervous.
Watching the way all the man was talking about, and back in the day, I think I say, yeah, boy, this is a pops, you know, a 1970s man. Man, is a millennial? I was like, nah, soul there.
He's a millionaire?
Millennial.
Oh, I thought you said he was a millionaire. Sorry.
So like that case, right? So you saying like
you have to take
I
care of
think
the boat.
you're both. Is he both or you're just mental, physical?
I think it's both.
I think
It's both,
yeah.
But if you had to pick one, it's mental. Because to me, alright, let's say you're bench pressing, you decide to do 20 reps, right? Your body might start to tire at the 15th rep. But it's your mental health will just make, well, not health, but your mentality, sorry. But just push you to make that next 5, you know. Like I see it all the time. You know how much time, like, start to say, at that time, I was trying to do 10 push-ups.
You couldn't
And and that's because I was in my head now, boy. Because when I was younger, it's 40 push-ups in 1 minute. So, what's going on now? 10 years, that?
Gotta fix up.
Yeah, that's it.
Because the reason I asked this question is because I was hoping you was going to lean to mental health, which you all did. But does that mean, because remember again, people watching in their 20s, that means they're advocating to be mentally strong but they ignore your physical health. Because there's a lot of young people do not know. You're thinking you're really young, why exercising for? Why really going for a run for?
Yeah, and
why
you have-
really
it
doing
I
that
was
for?
saying that earlier.
Yeah.
You have people in their 20s.
Yeah.
Why you doing that for now? But
It's
so,
true.
is that you like you're advocating for mental and physical?
I think physical though. I think physical as well.
I'm not advocating that.
To me, find a routine that does develop both. So,
Answer. Yes, that's it.
I start something this year. That way, I'm looking sexy. I do this. But
You got a big cap over that.
no, but on our reels, like in the morning, do some devotional, audiobook sometimes, and exercise.
Yeah.
So our generation don't exercise though.
No, they don't.
No, because they could, like I was telling you, they could go get surgery. I'm not saying probably local, but that's the era when money you could buy it. You don't have time. Everything is quick. Nobody wants to build. Nobody wants to build. Nobody wants to do anything that would require time. It's fast paced.
Yeah. Now, but to me, they need to get a routine that does benefit the both. Yeah.
Definitely.
So I don't. Sorry, but I don't like reading. I being honest. But thank God in this day and age, it are audiobooks. Because half them books that all they suggest to me, if I didn't see it on YouTube, serious talk. So,
I understand that. Do you think now, this way you're in your 20s, that all your hard work has paid off?
Yeah.
No.
Every single time?
Yeah.
Nah, it's on some failures.
So life is fair. That's what I
Yeah, life is fair. You
Life
give
is fair.
you get what you give from life.
But I disagree with that.
Life
I
not
feel
fair.
like if you could work real hard, especially in Trinidad, as an example, could be top in your year, in your class, be top accountants, whatever it is, and a man have a link and just get the position in front of you.
Well, yes, it is, but that's everybody path different now. The person that might get the link, they might stay at the job for 2 months, 3 months, and then get fired because those kind of jobs is high demand jobs now. So
That's true.
everything you get from life you have to give. If you want to work hard and if you say you want to do that, you will get it. You might not get it the way you want. You might not get the link, but you might get the in time now. So that is my take.
And what about in a situation where you get it what you want, and then you say the company you work for does nonsense on their end and you get wrongfully dismissed? You think life still fair then?
But now the company.
At the end of the day, life not fair in a sense.
Not fair
Life will always give you like shit to deal with, and that is part of it in a sense. And sometimes you might get fired from the job because that not your calling in a sense. True. And you might rather go in an next job, or you might not do basically like you say what you want to do your own company. Could lead to different things. So you have to make You had to make something. You had to make lemonade out of lemon. So
It's good to look at it, but let me say most people, like a high percentage of people work for somebody, right? Should you work extremely hard for that person?
No.
Or should have a balance?
It should have a balance because God forbid you drop down on work, they replace it next year.
With your health insurance and things. You worried about work hard for your company and look.
I die for them, man.
But the man just not say, hey, you know what is for you, you work hard, it's that, you know.
I'm not killing myself for employers.
No, because I remember when I first started working where I am now, I remember I was doing my best, going hard, and I say now that I get lazy, but I realized. Nah, trust me, they're not saying that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I know I was real pushing and stuff, but when I had like minor issues to deal with, when I went to my superiors, they were like, nah, don't worry about that, you go ahead. I said, okay, no problem. You can't give me the best. I can give you the best of me because I'm not going to end up like homeboy Jassy was talking about, tiring on myself or my hair dropping for all it just to be like, well, whatever. And no, I need to take care of me first. So I don't believe in running myself to the ground for a company or a entity that I'm working for. No, I don't believe in that.
No, I agree because I used to do that, and you know it's the dumbest thing I've ever do in my how much about 10 years I working. But I used to take half of my lunch time.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There are times I'm not eating. There are times I'm not eating. Yeah.
Employer dear?
I remember, and I have this bad habit. I never like to leave work on my desk. Yeah, my boss is quarreling me for that all the time. She's like, Natalia, it's not worth it. You can't, the work don't expire. You can do the work, but I just have this, I hate to leave work on my desk.
I really used to do them kind of thing, and when customers, because it was a financial institution, so when customers asking for the letters and that, so the embassy letters, I do in your letter one time, boy, you know, you don't have to wait as you come, letter don't sign. No, I get sweat for that. You understand? You know what break my heart by? A boy get a late letter, right? Saying you have been late so much times. So I thinking, well, I used to work before, you used to have 15 minutes grace period now. Right. So I know I never reach after 8:15. You know it's 8:01 and 8:02. I get letters for them. When I see that, I say, see this boy, so I make noise, but you mustn't make noise with HR. Because it's with China, but she little vindictive, so she say, nah, your contract had an end. And I was like, well, this what it is.
I think you're not supposed to work, like she said, to work yourself to the ground for employers. Yeah. Do your best, like I said, do your best with it, but you see like doing above and beyond and pushing yourself, and you're not getting like the compensation to match, then it's not worth it in my opinion.
All you know where I work in, dog, them just want to be telling me about go beyond the call, and I just be like, anyway.
I think you could, like I say, you could go beyond the call
in some situations,
but you know, like certain times your company does expect like your work life to be their life.
Yeah.
Like, you don't think there's no work-life balance?
Huh? There is a work-life balance, but not for your employers.
Okay, that's fair. There
is a work-life balance.
Anytime I reach and they start with that go beyond the call shoppiness, I realize we back in the 1800s and I cut in cane and they gave me 2 cents.
Alright, so that's the answer, right? Is it enough? Let me say you're there, you're working, you're doing your job, you're working hard about that. Is it enough that the employer demands?
Nobody.
No, what I'm doing
if I get compensated,
like a bonus?
Because, think I was right. You receiving praise in this moment and other people aren't. Is that enough for you?
Nobody.
I want compensate.
So how would you like to be what's the appreciated?
Money, boy.
Yeah, groceries.
That would be nice. Money. Because I can't carry my employer the month. I can't carry my employer the month plaque to get my groceries. What I do it for me.
All that big up.
Sorry to say, but
happy birthday and nobody. Give me some groceries.
I mean, it would be nice. It is nice to be praised and recognized for your work. But, you know, if I am going above and beyond, I find it should be reciprocated.
My motto.
Make it a little Christmas bonus or something.
Yeah.
Christmas bonus is sure.
No,
That's where I work.
No.
Not where I'm employed.
Oh yeah, well, I get through this year, but that bonus was a different thing. That next story.
Not where I'm employed.
I worked in the mall, and I used to do like 12-hour shifts.
Yeah, I had a little cafe job.
I used to work from 7 to 7 in the night, or 7 to 12 in the night, like whole day shifts. And I used to be like, okay, the same pay. Like you cannot overwork yourself for certain jobs. But that is small jobs there, so small jobs is demanding.
Nice, but since you all know about hard work, right? Right. At any point in time during the hard work, did you feel like somebody should be helping you?
No, alright. I like to work alone, so I doesn't really think about somebody should be helping me.
Same.
I just be thinking about I should be getting
Relaxing.
more money for this.
I should be relaxed.
No, serious. Anytime I start to think about what happening, like what I'm doing, because, alright, let's say it don't have much people with access to my email, right? So let's say one of them wants to check and they see 1 o'clock in the afternoon and just check no emails yet. If them only call me to message me about that, I know it's the gang, you know. I said I have an email time and now it's not our time. You understand? No.
So you're working if you work hours.
Yeah, because what happened, and the reason why I just operate so in that workplace in particular, I used to knock out all of that, and I find myself finishing everything in an hour or two every day in a bite. So when I finish in an hour or two, the rest of the day is Netflix and YouTube. no, if they come and they see you, no, but big man thing, if they come now and they see you watching Netflix or YouTube, they'll be like, you're not being productive, not knowing you done your productions long time.
But you're on company time, I know.
You're on Netflix. I don't support that.
Don't be like Jassy.
Don't be like Jassy.
So, Jassy, what you're saying is here, once they get the work done, you could relax with the rest of the company time.
Yeah.
I feel like once you do your quota for the day, you can be sent home, but that's just
right. But they're not gonna send you home 10 o'clock.
No, they won't. But there are some divisions and where I work where you know
you do
your. I know there. I wish I was there.
Oh.
You do your quota for the day. It have some people reaching to work 4 o'clock, finishing their tasks by 6, half 6, and they're back home. You know.
Yeah.
I can do things within your
like
work hours.
I believe in
that's why I say I spread it out.
I wish I had
in
that.
your 20s is to work smart but not hard.
Yeah, that's the motto.
That is motto everybody.
Even when I'm doing website.
You can't support that.
Once it's not illegal.
I might work within your
the way
hours.
it is.
If you work in 7 to 4:30, work 7 to 4:30. Don't ask me to work 7 to 8 and
But you said, you had to work hard to where we going, and you had to work hard to accomplish things.
Nah, you're trying to.
No, I just asking if as a 20-year-old, you thinking, wait, but if I put in an extra hour, then go notice that. The company go notice that.
But
you know, as you said that.
Them think, remember, because it's for 20s there, them thinking, boy, I'm young.
Yeah.
So next hour to me, I could bounce back.
You don't have kids to see about. You don't have no.
Yeah, so why not just do an extra
that's why I
hour?
said work life and my life is 2 different life.
Yeah.
You understand? That's why I say do work within your hours, within your working hours. Anything over that is on your discretion.
Okay.
Nobody as I was mentioning that, but if you work hard, you know the meme where the clown decorating the face. That's what I was telling you. That's what I was thinking, you know. If I decide to work hard upon the first I make come and think maybe they'll recognize me. Yeah.
Yeah, because people work 40 years, 50 years, same company,
and sometimes same salary too.
And they get fired, and that's it.
But that happened, well, you know, real people in different companies, so I can't just say this particular one or that, but use the pandemic to send home real people.
Yeah.
A lot of people
Use the pandemic now to send home real people. And I mean, we can't really dictate the pace where the company's finances will or whatever, but some of them even get like a little final check or anything like that. They just get a letter. In one place I know, them copy the government grant letter form for you. That's it. So, real out of time and thing like
that's why I say you cannot work 40, 50 years for these companies and get nothing.
For me, it's always been, again, I always use the example, like my mother, if you all know my mother, right? She worked abroad already, and the lady, she used to work for her, always had a motto where you do what is best for you now, always. And she always gives the example, so I'll give her a local example, right? Said in the morning, if Digicel decides to up and go, well, I mean, a company like Digicel decides to up and go, they're not gonna be like, well, you know, so by so, I really had to go. They're not giving you a heads up now. They're not gonna come by your door and personally knock on it and say, well, you know, already, I had to go hard, but sorry, all the years of service.
They might give you a month.
They'll just go in. So, for example, that's why she says you should always like do what's best for yourself, because, you know, at the end of the day, they're gonna do what's best for them. Yeah. Always. But like, so we was talking about help and whatnot, right? Sometimes along when you're working, especially if you're working in places, you'll get some help from your co-workers. Right. Does that mean people are your friends?
Nah, boy.
No, if you didn't establish that relationship.
They can make friends on work.
I don't like to do it.
Wait, is it possible?
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible, but to say I'm going and looking for a friend.
No, that's not my initial
because
purpose, no.
People real backstabbers, but the same institution as referencing before. The financial one. People who know about it go they know exactly what I'm talking about. But it have real snitches there now, boy. And who will smile to say, yeah, boy, you do this thing.
Yeah.
And telling the boss they and who it was as far this particular institution had multiple branches, right? So at one point I was in the South branch and thing. And let's say somebody do something normal, you know, little extra, like say they take a little 2 minutes earlier before they lunch or something. I'm calling people in HR to inform about that.
2 minutes?
Yeah, I guess it's not really 2 minutes.
No, well, no, when you get letter for 801.
No, but that's a real thing. I really am. Yeah. But that happened, and next thing you know, well, HR never used to call you, but they would have informed the supervisor and the manager, and they now coming down on you. Now, if you're a supervisor and your manager, thankfully that one in South was cool. She would say, hey boy, work up on this because people here so.
Right.
But our next one, like, I will use a reference that too, and I might catch naked mole rat. You know? Right. Yeah, that's right. People like that now, might just while up the scene there now, boy. And you know, make you embarrass you and possibly get you sent home now, boy. And you ain't want to be in that kind of environment. That's why I said don't really look for that friend thing. If I knew them from before, like in where I working now, I knew some people from before, that is no scene. But to say I go there and just want to be loved by all and
but you don't think that hard? If I work in somewhere, like you say, I'm making 2 going on 3 years, right? You don't think that kind of hard because you see these people every day interacting with them?
Yeah, and then given the type of personality you probably have, people probably gravitate towards you.
But you don't think that should be a friend after a certain point in time?
You could be friends about boundaries.
Yeah, if you have the personality traits and stuff and you have that, you know, we on a similar wavelength, I could be friends with you, I don't see why not. But you just need to be careful. Like, I guess you would test the waters before, put the person in, probably see how they react in certain situations and how they interact with others.
Figure out the cliques first.
Yeah, and then you decide how you want to.
No, because as she said with cliques, like you have certain people that would come into an office and start to say everything or start to say about
the boss divide.
Stay far from now. So you have to watch the people you work with. Like I say, not everybody's your friend. Even your friends, your close friends. You understand? You could have a situation in your close friends, so your work friends could be similar. Okay. So what you need to do is choose your friends wisely
And what about if you have to leave friendship aside? What about relationships? Work relationships? Is that
Woo!
do they support it or not?
I don't support it. I wouldn't check somebody in my
You don't check
workplace.
somebody who
It's messy.
Yo, she fine though, darky, thick, you know.
I would
Yeah.
test the waters, but to be honest, it's very messy though, because let's say you're done, it's a bacchanal in work, she can't see you do this. If you call somebody,
They say they mess with it.
and
The best never with it.
They mess never with it.
if you like to work there, you had to leave, and I find that I don't like me. I don't like drama. So like already
Well,
at
then you
work,
really need to
work
stay away
stressing
from
me
that.
out. My girl in the work as well. Like it's too much. It's too much.
I don't believe in that. I'm a person. I like space.
Yeah.
So if we together and I seen you the
Right,
whole
true.
day, I wake up next day, we going to work together, we come in. Nah, I need my
You
space.
get
I want you
through
come
it.
and give me a different story. What I gonna talk to you about?
In
We
our next department.
Well,
We experience the same
true.
thing.
So if in our next department.
Still, I feel
Nah.
like I will hear. You in
The
here
same
in
thing.
finance, such and such happen. You in here in HR. No, like I want you come and give me new stories.
A different company.
Give me new. I want new tea. So we can have the same tea. I
Well, they
no.
cracking me
And
up.
then if I see
So just check
another
some-
a coworker
Right.
too friendly with you, like problems there.
No.
Right?
You can't have a work wife or a work husband, eh?
Nah,
Excuse me? We had a conversation about this already. That is dotishness. Anyhow,
Just see, so all of them say no, what are you for?
That's it, yes.
just like he like that.
I'm
He
not
want
a
that.
yes.
Say what yes.
No,
Just he
no.
want the bacchanal.
I changed my life.
so before your life was changed.
It happened once.
Yeah, okay. And it work out?
No.
It was messy.
Yes.
No,
You say that.
let's say it worked out. I mean, it wasn't messy. It ended well.
And well, remember on one of the podcast episode where I was talking about, I guess, Starban thing? That sound like it ended well. That was our work relationship. You understand? So,
Do not check your work colleagues.
No,
I
leave
wouldn't
them right
advise
there.
it. Check somebody from a different company.
Alright, so you all don't think like you say in a work relationship, like in your 20s, or
Yeah.
if you check somebody older, you don't think they'll work out because they're more mature.
Dan them was older.
Older
What you
in the
telling
company.
yourself, man?
I say older
When
age-wise.
you get
Ah.
stuck.
You don't think they'll work out? It'll be less dramatic because they, you know when people in their 20s, they don't know how to handle things well.
Kids.
They see you talk to
Right.
somebody, they trip off.
Kids.
But let's say you're 20 and them 30 something, they think you'll handle it better,
Kids.
it could
No.
work out better.
No kids.
No, I don't think it's an age thing.
Kids.
I think it's a
I don't think that
company
would
thing.
help.
All they do know, all they acting like all they do know, this person was older than me, boy.
Brother, animal reach now.
Yeah.
Ask the question, I know. Ask it.
Yeah, understand?
I have to, because I'm not watching say 20s like, dog, why listen to them for? Them is not me. Or
And
me,
you-
if I listen to them, I will
Yeah.
check out older things. So,
And you
you
think
know,
the problem
and think
solved.
the problem solved there, but then
Oh, them is
problem-
veteran Starbucks. You
Yeah.
understand
Lord.
what's going on?
Oh
No.
no.
Go check your work colleagues,
Yeah.
man.
Nah, I think you should just leave that one alone.
And if you're checking them, I can't even say do it on the low, don't get in no relationship.
No, you can't even do it on the low. Let's say you do it on the low, right? And then Zach come the next day real pushing up on your girl, but you had to stay quiet because you didn't on the low, right? And then what she going and say, oh no, I went Jassy.
So you
Keep
know
it on the low.
some people have work husbands and thing, work wives and thing.
Why is this a thing?
So you had to eat the food and work too.
It's just a,
My
how
God.
I say, boy, it's like a gateway to before you actually get through. It's like, that's basically what it is. Like,
So what's that gonna try? Oh, like,
no, it's like I like you. So I call your work husband, but we're not gonna do nothing about it. When we actually do something about it, I don't call him a work wife, work husband. I just call it like your name or something.
I think
So-
all
so
of
if I
us
try-
have a different understanding
Yeah,
of what
because
husband
if
and
somebody
what wife,
calling
because
me work husband,
Jassy on a
Just
different
see-
level.
Oh, okay.
you understand? Husband duty.
Oh,
Shut
you're doing
up.
husband and wife things.
Yes. Not play. This is not Ken and Barbie. You understand? This is the real world.
You know, playing house.
Yeah, we're not playing house.
Okay.
And the last thing I want to speak on is your habits, right? Do you think like habits are important in your 20s?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's stop drinking so much, man.
You mean
Definitely.
drinking so much?
I think like
I come to live, man. I can't be 21 years and me live like an old man.
like we did it.
What is your liver?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say like make it to be a whole bad.
I think we did it, Kibbs. We partied, we did all the stuff. I just feel like excessive drinking at our age is too much.
It is.
Like, to drink and to get drunk and to be vomiting, like, I'm not 18 and 19 anymore. Like, that's just me. It does happen sometimes, because, you know, things have got, but I find like drinking at our age, I find we do it too much now, but I find like everybody like getting drunk. I don't think that's a good habit to have in your 20s. Well, if you want to get your life together, you can't be just drinking every weekend and those kind of things.
It have people like that, boy.
And just see Mr. Forsyth, you're the tech man. What about social media? And social media was not rampant as it is now. So like you say the upcoming 20s and them, they say, well, let me say on social media, whole ladygrams, Facebook, WhatsApp, that's a good habit to have.
No, well, you know me, on that I find that always happen.
Unless you make money.
Unless you make money on it. But thing about it is, you see, if you're on it right through, let's say start to blow up, so you can make money through that now, right? Because
influencer.
Yeah, like as an influencer, because something that I plan to jump into is the free online tutorials, because there are a handful, and when I mean a handful, I mean less than 5 popular black guys who do tutorial videos, and then there's probably not even a handful Caribbean ones that popular now, because they probably have them, you know, they one off now starting up these kind of things. But I think if you're going to use social media right through for that, be like oozing, be like expressions, because he does be anything right through, but making money. You understand?
Because people on social media 11 hours a day, like
if you check your analytics, you'll be ashamed.
Instagram shows you like when it's a peak time, what days is the only most and whatnot. But Ale, which habits gave you the most of the success so far?
I think saving. Making it a habit to save on budget.
That's good.
Yeah, I think that's one, 2 habits that I would have forced myself to develop. You know, at the end of every month, make sure, you know, budget this, put away this. And Jassy and I were talking coming down the road, and a few of my goals, I want to have my own home. So that can't happen just so. I think if you know, you may not know exactly what you want in your 20s, early 20s, but you could have an idea.
Yeah.
So you may not necessarily know why you might be saving, but it's still good to put aside money. You know, always have a rainy day fund, always have mad money. I always say that. So yeah, I think saving and budgeting.
I was going to ask you on that, like, explain why should I save? Because again, I just want to I'll keep on saying, like, 20s, I'm just thinking, like, why do I have to save? Any money I spend, I can hustle and
get back
easily. Why should I save?
Well, I've heard my parents, my aunts, older people say, boy, in my 20s, you know, I had X, Y, and Z, I had access to this amount of money, and I could have done this. I don't want to be the could have, should have, and would have, but I didn't. You know, so you could always make money. But if now I could put aside that money and it would help me
5 years from
later, 5 years from now, don't even have to be 10 years. I would do that. I would thank the older me. Previous me. Past me. So, you know, so future me will thank past me.
Which habits gave you more success so far? That is not saving.
Not saving. Like having a goal or routine. Writing it down somewhere where you can see it every day. And it's not necessarily, when I mean see it every day, not to say like you're hanging it up on a plaque or something like that. Like, well, I have a note, right? Not promoting Samsung, but you know, I have a note. So I write down notes there, and every day as part of my routine, I go back to see, hey, this is what I'm going to accomplish this year. You understand? And at the end of the year, bet your bottom dollar, it will be accomplished. Because I did it last year,
so 2021.
2021. And I missed my mark financially by just 15% of what I wanted.
But if you didn't put it, you would not.
Exactly. I wouldn't have gotten anywhere close. So I say if I could miss this one that I set by 15%.
Imagine this year.
You understand? For this year, yeah.
It's like a way of keeping yourself, like holding yourself accountable.
Yes. Yeah. And the thing about it is, yes,
I need that.
It's all good to just write it down and whatever. But again, this is where the routine come in. Because the routine's supposed to be part of the blueprint to build up to that. Yeah.
Consistency.
Yeah. You understand? So it's all of that. Yeah, we might like the lime and thing. But even liming.
How much lime you could lime?
Even liming, I allocate time for that. Even playing a game, I allocate time for that.
I would say you should lime with everyone and anybody.
Well, all of that. No, well, I just don't lime it all, yeah.
Yeah, no,
like big man thing. Like big man thing.
Some people, like, when, especially, like, I want to say when they're 25, like, even before that, like, when they finish university, there are people who like to just relive the past. So that's all they
they're stuck there.
They bounce them up, we talk about the past, when this was happening, yes, it was funny. And like everybody's scared to talk about the future, or we go.
That's so true.
It's scary, because future is scary.
It's scary, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but habits. They can't say there too.
What I started, well, since the pandemic started, is reading. Like, I think like reading is such a good help. Because you would learn real things that you didn't know about now. So like, let's say, like she said, money management, routines, mental health, self-improvement, all those things could be done.
Like, first and foremost, when I get time to read, and why should I read? I read it all my life. I study. Thing come up, why am I reading? And again, when I get time to read, I don't grind all the time.
And that was the same questions I had. I was like, I don't have time to read. But you had to make time for things that are important to you.
Yeah.
Just like the same time you would make time to play games, you would make time for a smallie. You could make time to read.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying to read for long periods. You could read for like 30 minutes. So like, I just try to read.
You can do the audiobook route while you're cooking, doing something, cleaning your car, listen to something.
No, audiobooks does help. So all you say about reading and the books you recommended is good books.
I try to read at least 30 minutes every day, at least.
Yeah,
that's very good.
Alright, so guys, this is a wrap here. So last minutes, anything you want to say?
Just plan for your future, because if you are not planning, you're going nowhere. Yeah, and because if you're not going nowhere, it's because you have no plan, right? Just see 2022. Yeah, I psych myself there.
I think I'll say don't beat yourself up by comparing yourself to others, especially since you do not know how they would have achieved what they have, or it might just all be an illusion. It could just be for appearances. Nothing else does it. And just don't beat yourself up. You will get there. Once you know you doing the things that you should do and you're taking all the right steps, you will get there. Don't beat yourself up.
That's good. My own is examine your circle. The people you are around are the people that are going to influence you in life. So if you are around slackers, you're going to be a slacker. If you're around people that want to do something with their life, most likely you're going to rub off on you and you're going to want to do something with your life. So examine your circle.
For me, I know they can't see me, but I would be, people don't care as much as you think.
True.
So get out of your own head.
Yeah.
Because, yes, they might see you doing something off, but they'd already spent too much time thinking about it.
Yeah.
Because they have their own stuff
going on. Own thoughts.
So they have their own thoughts going on. So just get out of your own head and do what needs to be done. And guys, it was another episode of Like Minds Podcast. Like, share, and subscribe. Love you.
Hi, my name is JL John from Like Minds Podcast. If you enjoy what you just watched, make sure to hit the share and subscribe button. Also ring the bell to be updated with the latest content.